Hi teachers, this is your video for October 27th and 28th, and we are working through the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 sons of Jacob essentially. So you'll be out of Genesis chapter 35. The first thing that you'll be doing this week is you will have an activity for the kids. You're going to have all these badges of the things that we have looked at and studied for this school year so far. And so the idea is that you'll take these 9 badges and you'll order them in chronological order of what we've been taught, because again, we're going through this whole series called Threads where we are showing the kids from the beginning to the end that Jesus is part of this whole journey and the story that God has left for us. So then you'll move into your story time of the 12 tribes of Israel. It's a little bit of a different story because it's not, it's a little bit of a different lesson because it's more of a history lesson for our kids. But the idea is that we want them to understand that God has been faithful throughout the whole process, and that this is looking at the 12 tribes of Israel and looking at the clue for Jesus is one of those things that really cement our faith in God's faithfulness, because we see over thousands of years how God's promise has gone through each of these generations. And so that's the wonderful God moment, is that we see his faithfulness in action when we look at the 12 tribes and we look at the sons of Jacob, and we looked at the story of who Jacob was and how God worked through Jacob, and then how God worked through these tribes to ultimately get us to Jesus. So I think it's a really good way to wrap up this particular set of 4 series, because it goes all the way back to the beginning when we talk about Abraham and how the promise to Abraham was that he would have more descendants than all the stars in the sky. So that's your lesson. And then I would encourage you guys to do a game with your review time, because your lesson will probably be a little shorter this week. So use one of the games in your bag. And Zonk would be a great game this week because you could do questions from the previous 4 weeks and play a fun game of Zonk. And then your craft this week is a family tree. And so you each have, this is the map, this is the answer key. The kids all have empty lines, and so you can go through and see if they can see how many of the names they can come up with on their own. And then help them fill in the rest of it so that they can take home this amazing account of the promise God gave Abraham, then on through into Jesus. So that is your week this week. If you have any questions, please let us know. Otherwise, we thank you so much for your service and have a wonderful Halloween. Oh, also, if you haven't signed up yet for Trunk or Treat or Light Night, we still need quite a few volunteers. So if you have a heart to serve that evening, we would love to have you. It's such an incredible opportunity for us to share the love and the light of Jesus on what normally is a pretty dark night. So please join us for the fun. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.